So I thought we'd have a go at making one of these little toppers, or you could turn it into a tag. It's quite a simple process. You just need a piece of white card or paper, something to mat and layer it on. I've decided to go for black this time. I'll pop that one out of the way. Some scrap paper just so that you don't stamp onto your desk. And we've got this stamp, which is from the Cherish set. It's this one. I also have this stamp, you have to excuse my mucky stamping blocks, which is from the Love set, which is this one here. It's a very versatile stamp. You can use it as a border or as just a stem, basically. So to start with, we'll stamp onto some patterned paper. This is just one of my homemade papers, and I'm going to stamp in black this, which was originally going to be either a leaf or grass, but it's turned out to be a very, very versatile stamp. So I just stamp that in black. And then, because it's going to be a cone flower, it needs a little bit extra. So basically we're going to have this little tiny flower, which again is off the Love set. It's the smallest one. And we are going to stamp it just at the very top of the cone flower. And then, because it needs to have a little bit extra, we're just going to add another couple of petals, just shorter, coming from the flower outwards and then back into the other petals. I do a couple of layers because most of these flowers have got a couple of layers. I'm just doing this with a black fine liner. I'm also then going to fill in the flower just so it's completely black, because you just need the shape. You don't actually need the petals. So that is completely black. You then fussy cut this out. I've done one earlier so that you don't have to watch me fussy cutting, which is here. Let's pop that out the way. And we are going to have our cone flower probably about there. So you need to mark where you want your stem to be. So basically my stem needs to be coming into the petals here. So my stem will be coming down here. So we set that aside again. Get our scrap card. And then I've got the stem and leaf stamp. Again with the same black ink. I'll ink it up. And bear in mind we've marked where our stem needs to go to. So the top of the stem goes there and then down to the bottom. There we are. So you can see we've got our stem. I then tend to just colour in the leaves, just for another pop of colour. This is just a watercolour brush. You could use any sort of markers. You could colour it with watercolours, distress markers, anything you wanted. I'm then going to glue my little flower onto there, just with regular PVA. Just a little bit and right to the end of the petals, and at the top. There we are, so that's our coneflower. I'm going to doodle a little border around, which is very easy, just a little line. Don't try and attempt to make it straight. Without a ruler you can't draw a straight line. Because all the stamps are doodle stamps, basically it wants to look in and tie in, so to be a doodle again. That's it, to the top. Right, I'll just get my scrap card again so I don't stamp onto my bench. And I've got this little spring stamp, which I absolutely love. And I'm going to stamp that, if you can see, just a couple of times, just to break up the border. So again, we're going to just ink it up with black. We'll have it that way around this time. There, and possibly at the top here as well. There we are, so that just breaks the border up a little bit. I've got this nice word, love, which fits wonderfully just there. On this one I made cherish, I put cherish, but this one I think will have love. So it fits nicely between the two springs on the stem, and then there we are. That is our finished tag or topper. There we are, and I'll just glue that on there, and that's finished.